Hey everybody, Jason here. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are all having a great day. So today we're up a couple $2,000-3,000 on the account. So far today, I did a few things. I closed out the Baba Long Condor that I played just yesterday. It was up 40 some percent. So a 1 day play for 40 some percent. I went ahead and took that. I wish I would have grabbed a two or three of them. I could have closed out two of them, recovered my initial cost, and then had one just to kind of ride along. But I didn't do that. And then I guess I would have had more money on the line. So we only had, I think, $100 and something basically for the play, which was pretty much the reason that I had played such a small amount, $100, but did want to make the play to the upside. Just didn't want to risk a whole lot on it. So I took profit there. I did close out the Tesla calendar spread. I think we're finding a new level and potentially looking at some consolidation before another leg up. And that is the reason, since we were up again on Tesla today, that we are down a little bit more on these call credit spreads. And I think it was Kojo, you asked me what's like better, roll them up, close them out for a loss. And you forgot the third option, which is just let them sit. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to not do anything with them at all. I think even though Tesla's seeming really strong, we have another couple levels to break through before we actually break through 800. And even if we head up right towards that $800 level, I don't think it's going to just like butter through and rocket through that 800. It would have to be tested a few times, especially that big round number. But we should also see some testing, probably the 770-ish range, a couple times before we have a next real leg up on Tesla. So we're just gonna hold those, let those decay. The only thing that stinks, as usual, and one of the reasons that I do not do the call side quite a bit, is I will not be able to roll out the put side separately than the call side because I'm using that same premium. So when I decide to roll them out, if these are at a loss, I'll have to close out both sides in order to in order to open up a new play. So if I decided to do that today, I would be taking some loss on these, which overall it looks like a large number because these are all grouped together as $40, but really, or as 40 spreads. So really it's only $20 a piece. And obviously on most of these, we've gained quite a bit more. So this is like a $104 gain on the same collateral on the downside. So we're just going to let those sit. So we have these, we have this one, and I think we did have a couple more. So we do have 5 more over here, some A10s, A20s, and we're just going to sit on those, is what my plan is. And if you only gave me the two options of closing for a loss or rolling them up, I would choose rolling them up. I would probably roll them up and out a little bit. I don't think there's a good reason to take a loss on those. And at the end of the day, if you rolled them up, I was taking a look at it, you could give yourself about another $30 or $40 worth of room to move if you gave back your initial premium, which would mean no loss. You would be just break even. And I really don't see it, hitting those levels. I don't think there's any hidden secrets right now with Tesla, any big surprises or anything. I think it did take a little while for people to digest like AI Day, the new chips, Tesla robot, and all those things. And then also we had the counter, like kind of that counteraction with the NHTSA investigation. And we also had another crash yesterday, but I think people are becoming a little bit more wise to that. Like when there's a crash that happens at 2 a.m., most likely it's not just a standard driver on autopilot. And I'm not saying I don't know what time that happens, but if you look at the previous crashes over like the last few years, it's like somebody was doing 120 something and it was at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. They were intoxicated and all that stuff. And I think the reactions are becoming a lot smarter. So I don't think that's going to affect it to the downside quite as much as it has in the past. And also people know for every one crash for a Tesla, you probably have 100 from other automakers. So just kind of ridiculous stuff. And so I don't think there's much past that. I cannot remember. Did I already do this? Because I had to record this a couple times, and I did. End up getting a call that interrupted one. So I did open up the 695 690. Grabbed a $106 credit on this. So we are up $1 on that guy so far. But other than that, I think we're just hanging on, chilling out. My Coinbases, I'm happy with. Netflix, I'm happy with. They're, what is it, 566, but still, like, over that past year, we keep seeing the ceiling, and even that, like, we did see 186 one time, but it does seem that it's just kind of been in that range. So I'm just going to hold on to those guys, and I think that's about it. Anything else? Broken Wing Butterfly, stock covered call, Coinbase put credit spread. These guys I accidentally bought when I bought calls when I meant to sell calls against leaps that I have. So down on these, that was money thrown away by a fat finger mistake. Tilray calls we sold against our shares. Apple call that we rolled out from a 155 to a 162. And Apple's been doing just really well. DraftKings call, we sold that against leaps. Then we have a couple positions that we sold. Actually, all three of these that we sold against shares that we owned. And then we're start to roll into our Iron Condor on Netflix, Palantir that we sold against a combination of calls and shares that we own. I did stop my daily purchase of Palantir. I was purchasing $20 or $22 every single day. But now that Palantir is up at this $26 level, that's where I'm going to cut it off. I'll turn it back on if it does drop below probably 25-ish, because my cost basis is 24 on my shares so far. And then the leaps I have that give me the right to purchase them at 20. I've purchased most of those for around $600 on average. So that'll make it a $26 cost basis for the additional, what do we have? 4, 5, 6. How many do we have? We have 600 shares that we have at $20, and then we have this $130 call that may or may not end up in the money, but we have another 600 shares that we'll be able to purchase. And because we purchased the leaps for about $600, that's $26. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys, any questions, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer. Love you guys, and let's make a lot of money.